Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. My name is Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com. And wonderful to have you with me. I've got another great week of new music, all really recent stuff from New Hampshire-based artists, musicians from across a variety of genres. And I'm going to try to pack as much as I can into the show this week. So let's dive right in. We're going to open up with a gentleman who's been featured many times on the show over the years, done some interviews with him, usually try to play something when he's got something new, when he's got a new single out, because he's a huge supporter of the show and a very good friend of mine and a very talented gentleman. His name is Slicko, or DJ Slicko, and this is brand new out this week, hot off the proverbial press. This is Slicko with the Give Me a Reason Wake Up remix. And I believe this is the world radio premiere of this track right here this week on Local Outbreak to open up this week's LO on IPM Nation, 100.1
Ricky
The Planet.
Whitey, a.k.a. Ricky Remix, Team Happiness, Lit Production.
Yo, Slicko, get up, man. Wake your ass up, bro.
Ricky Remix. I wake up in the morning, got so much to do. Coke in the safe, but I gotta tell you, I'm going through that ashtray, looking for a blunt roach. As my lungs filled with smoke on my phlegm, I will choke. Routine for me, smoke green after a cigarette. Don't like the way I live, sorry that you're ignorant. Lacking algae awareness, in general uneducated. Proper term for all you people who are unsophisticated. Living the life, $1,000,000 movie star. Hood rich, mama noodles, no license, private bar. Falling asleep, trailer park noises on. Bubbles bugging, Ricky's hitting up a bomb. Puffin' myself, room and candy, got a buzz on. Wake me up in the morning before you go to Zip Dog. Zip Test House Community Corrections. I miss the old days with the in-school suspensions.
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn it back around.
But we're grown up, we ain't toys for us kids. It is what it is, you must handle your biz.
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn it back around.
But we grown up, we ain't toys for us kids. It is what it is, you must handle your biz.
Give me one reason to stay here,
But we grown up, but we grown up, what?
give me one reason to stay here,
But we grown up, but we grown up, what?
give me one reason to stay here.
Ricky Remix, Ricky Whitey, album coming soon. Come on.
Why do I live this way?
Why do I live?
Why
Same shit, different
do
day.
I live this way?
Studios, my
Why
smoking weed, selling weed.
do I live this way?
Dude, it's a lit production. Team Happiness.
Do I live this way?
This is a quick one to open up this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. That's from Slicko, Give Me a Reason, the Wake Up remix of that track. And coming up next, so this is a gentleman that we have featured on the show before, but I didn't realize it at the time. And here's what I mean. So there's an artist who goes by the name of Dan Bauer. I say go by the name of. I make it sound like it's not his real name. It probably is his real name. But he's got a project that he does under that name, and he's also got a hip-hop project that he does under another name, and I didn't realize that this was the same guy. So we've actually featured his hip-hop project on the show before I knew that it was Dan Bauer. And I'm not going to say who that hip-hop project is at the moment. I'm going to kind of bookend the show, taking the Slicko track out of the equation. I'm going to bookend this week's show with two tracks from this gentleman's projects. We're going to play a Dan Bauer track right now, and then at the end of the show, I'm going to play a track from his hip-hop project, but I'm not going to tell you the name of the hip-hop project until it's time, until we get there. So, little teaser for you. But here's what he's got going on the rock side as Dan Bauer, and I love this track a lot. This is called White Flag, and this is really good. White Flag by Dan Bauer on Local Outbreak. Check this out.
Give
Dad's waving the white flag cause he thinks it's just too much to get up and start the day. Get up and start the day. I wanna say I helped him, but hey, what can I do? Get up and lock the cabinets. Get up and hide the food. We all got free will, and I guess that's what he chose. Ooh, now he's sick, and mom's sick of it. Hope she don't wave the white flag too, cause she's the only one I love. Except my brother and the dog, just the above. Now they're choosing apathy. Hey, everyone but me. But me, Dad's waving the white flag and mine, don't you see it too? Don't you hear when he puffs up the stairs? Come on, I know you do. Don't you see the rappers he's hiding in the pretzel crumbs in the seats? Oh no, admit it's true, cause now we in the ICU. Didn't you feel when he fell down the steps? Cause that dish that shook the house. Kinda like I did those times when I opened my mouth, called him every name that I thought you and his sister should. Work is stupid, he lost his job. Now he might lose his foot. Ain't nobody knows but me. Yeah, hey, you can't just let this be. And if you can, then guess who the douchebag in the night is. His whole job has been set, so guess I'm wrong, guess I'm wrong, guess I'm wrong. Guess I'm a douchebag in the night. His whole job has been set, so guess I'm wrong, guess I'm wrong, guess I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But now the shot of the rounds, the sympathy supplied. Probably been here before, cussing them out under the breath. The ROI some peanuts, so why reinvest? Maybe I'm getting there too, but for now we all see the coast. Didn't tell the dots about, so who else wants to clear the throat? Well, nobody but me. Can't just let this be. And if you can, and I guess douchebag in it, and I guess it's all job's been set, so guess I'm wrong, guess I'm wrong, guess I'm wrong. Guess I'm a douchebag in it, and I guess it's all job's been set, so guess I'm wrong, guess I'm wrong, guess I'm wrong.
I love his voice. That's Dan Bauer, and that's called White Flag. Next up on Local Outbreak this week, shift gears a little bit. This is Woodbine, and this is really nice. This is called The Woods.
gave your number to. 'Cause you do remember, don't you? I will never learn. I was so impressed I bought the company. But here I am with the rest. No one's glad to see. Here I am with the rest of me. Where were you when you weren't there? Too busy creating millionaires. I will never learn. I was so impressed I bought the company. But here I am with the rest. No one's glad to see. Here I am with the rest of me. Where were you when you weren't there? Too busy creating millionaires. I will never learn. I was so impressed I bought the company. But here I am with the rest. No one's glad to see. Here I am with the rest of me. Think about who you gave your number to. 'Cause you do remember, don't you? 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 'Cause you do remember.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Matt Connerton here from IPMNation.com, and you're listening to Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPM Nation. A moment ago, we heard The Woods by Woodbine. That was I love that track. I love the vocals on that. That is so cool. Coming up next, this is Fuzz Lord. That's 2 words, Fuzz Lord, and the track is called Chronos Visions Arise on Local Outbreak. love everything about that. That is Fuzzlord. Chronos Visions Arise. Very epic. All right, up next, this is, I'm going to try to say his name without stumbling upon it, Guy Capisolatro III. I did it. Guy Capisolatro III and Chris Decado, or Decado. And this is called All This Everything. Next up on Local Outbreak.
I've been watching you. Sorry it's taken so long for me to write. I see the new couch, watch the cats play, you in our bed at night. Okay, don't worry. I know you're hollow. I see you struggle. When you're sad, you tend to hide. Take a shower. Put some pants on. Maybe you should get outside. Stuck around as long as I could, but I was already gone. I knew it would be harder for you, love, but I know you're strong. I've been out walking with my father. It's so lovely having time. Here comes Aida, my sister Drew. Now I see the whole design. I'm fine. I'm okay. Don't worry. Electricity still flows between us. It just takes another form. You're still my ally. You're my everything. You made me feel so safe and warm. I stuck around as long as I could, but I was already gone. I knew it would be harder for you, love, but I know you're strong. So strong.
Sky Capisolatro III and Chris Decado. all this everything. Let's keep it moving on Local Outbreak this week. Up next, Jesse R. Berlin. This is called Blue Crab and Pomeranian. Interesting.
Slit my wrists and missed the blueprints fade, the blade resists. So it goes sweep the floor, wash the dish. I did the harm, you paid the bills, I bet. Fun, you bought the pills. All our mountains ground down into hills.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
This is Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. My name is Matt Connerton. I'm from IPMNation.com. And next up this week, this is something fun. So the project, I think the way you would say this is Macabre Cadabra. The way that it's spelled, so the first word, it looks like macabre, which is M-A-C-A-B-R-E, which is actually pronounced macabre. But I think it's supposed to be like abracadabra. So this is Macabre Cadabra or Macabre Cadabra. That's the name of the project. And the track is called Impotent Wand. This is really fun. This was a surprise. I was glad I found this. So we're going to play this next on this week's Local Outbreak. Enjoy.
with my impotent want is just tragic.
That's an oddity, huh? I love that, though. I love the lyrics. Macabre, cadabra, impotent wand. What does he say? Right now, waving my wand is like waving a rope. Can I cast a spell? Nope. I love it. It's cool to find something like that. Next up on the show, I got a lot of unique stuff this week. Next up on Local Outbreak, the project is called Petals, and the track is called Holes. Yep, definitely a few oddities this week, but that's part of the fun. Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. That was Pedals, Pedals, and the track is called Holes. Up next, this is Peter Squires, and this song is called, oh, my libertarian friends won't like this, What If We're Not Cut Out for Freedom by Peter Squires on Local Outbreak.
For right is wrong. Who says where the line is drawn? What if we're not the heroes, but savages who think the might is brawn? What if we're not the soaring eagle, that's uncleanable? What if we're not cut out for freedom? You get along better when there's less to decide on. What if we poisoned our cerebrum? What if our condition is so bad we could die from? What if there's another way? And it seems that that way's right on. What if we're just turned sideways? Falling for the calm. What if we're not who we thought we were? Turns out we're supreme to no one. What if we're not cut out for freedom? You get along better when there's less to decide on. What if we poison our cerebrum?
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. You're listening to Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet and IPM Nation. A moment ago, we heard Peter Squires and the Campfire Choir. That's the full name of the project. What If We're Not Cut Out for Freedom is the name of the song. I love that. That is, it's just the production of it is epic. I just think that's so cool. I found a lot of interesting stuff this week, and we're actually running out of time. I can't play everything that I found this week. Some of it will have to wait until next week's show. But there is so much interesting music that comes out of the New Hampshire scene. I mean, yeah, some of it is kind of like what you would normally hear on the radio, you know, very sort of radio friendly, commercially viable. And some of it's just more experimental, you know, artists who are kind of coloring outside the lines a little bit and taking some chances and doing some really, really interesting stuff. And like I said, across a variety of genres, you know, and we're very fortunate with this show, whereas it's carried on 100.1 The Planet, you know, even though The Planet's a rock station, with Local Outbreak, they've always given us carte blanche to play all kinds of stuff, not just rock, but hip hop and Americana, singer-songwriter stuff, even just all kinds of stuff. A lot of electronic music, although we didn't really get to any of that this week. But so grateful, and The Planet, of course, so grateful to them for continuing to support local music. It's been more than 8 years of this show now, and they're still carrying it. So I guess we're doing something right, and so very grateful to everyone who supports. Whether you're, as I always say, whether you're an active participant or a casual observer, thank you for taking an interest in the New Hampshire music scene in all its vibrance. It's a wonderful thing, and we appreciate it. And, of course, if you'd like to reach out to the show, you can always send me an email, submissions@IPMNation.com. And as the name implies, you can submit your music or perhaps an interview request at that email address, submissions@IPMNation.com. Send me an MP3, what have you, and would love to hear from you. And one more thing before we wrap up. Of course, IPMNation.com/local outbreak for the full archive of the show. So we're going to wrap up tonight with, earlier in the show, we played a track by a gentleman named Dan Bauer, White Flag. Love that song. He also has a hip-hop project called Decibel. That's his alter ego. So he does some great hip-hop, too. Funny enough, he and I were chatting on Facebook, and I told him, you know what? We've actually featured you on the show before. I just didn't realize it was you. We played a Decibel track several months ago called I'm Money, and which I really love, and I love his style, his flow, and everything. Hard to believe it's the same guy, actually, that White Flag song, but it is. So we're going to close out this week's show with another track from Decibel that I really like a lot. Everything this guy does is great. We're going to have him on for an interview soon. So to finish up this week, we're going to play, this track is called Taken Over by Decibel to close out this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet.
Yo. Run for your life. These dudes come for the fight. Hellbent on killing rappers. Get another light. But living up to the hype. Shit, when I'm done with the sight, they're throwing bills at me like it's a wonderful life. I'm the stranger you don't talk to. Take your mother's advice. Turning slick, spitting rappers into stuttering type. Yo, we nothing alike. Me and these Simons that sound simple. I've been fire emojis as hashtags and pound symbols. Been smacking grills since before I lost a baby tooth. Doing crazy juice. Getting position if they daisy do. In their bathing suits. These rappers hate me true, but way they fuck the game up, I'm just doing what they made me do. I got some scores to handle, I got some shit to settle. Outdo these bums lyrically dropping instrumentals. These 90s Nick Kid rappers, you'll have them get assembled. I show them a steel who's a legend of hitting temples. Yeah. And if you ain't noticing here, I'm taking over this year. You hear? Yeah. And if you ain't noticing here, I'm taking over this year. You hear? Yeah. And if you ain't noticing here, I'm taking over this year. You hear? You hear? I'm as ill as they come. Get cake and ice spilling a crumb. Hero the most, but still a villain of some. At least the competition, cause of them, I'm Attila the Hun. Storm the shores with swords and make the villagers run. To whatever they built to ash, smoke and rubble piles. Dopest I go out, frequently flat, double miles, dudes be shaking. Going, yo, your pals is fast. True enough, fuck Compton, I be straight out of Alcatraz, was born fire. That was rapper found the gas, found my knack for tapping girls with old school Alba ass. But diminished interest is, they got a fortune, player, slayer, getting more poon than George Clooney. This ain't even fair. I nuked the game, warheaded. Clean up crews on standby, more stretchers, more medics. Hit up the rhyme shop with 10 grand to store credit. Any MC left alive with the bed, yo, they short it wetted. Yeah, and if you ain't noticing here, I'm thinking over this year. You hear? Yeah, and if you ain't noticing here, I'm thinking over this year. You hear? Yeah, and if you ain't noticing here, I'm thinking over this year. You hear? Yeah, you hear? Yeah. I'm on my list like Sharman. Polar here's Johnny, Nicholson, not Carson. Old schoolers put rap on the map, I put it on the garment. Darwin, stay hungry as an apartment of starving marmots. Starting shit with yours truly, that's a big no-no. Do so, you get your road slow to go the way of the dodo. Kill rappers pro bono, spit venom Komodo. Oh, Nick Oko on the mic, drop the lines to get the oh no's. I'm in the 90s Bulls 2000 Pat status. My ass baddest, style so dope, I have to mask it with Gloria Jean. Small talk bores me to sleep. That's why I keep it B.I.G. notoriously. If you can't already see, I'm gonna remind you I'm the dictator and transthink traps the future. Yo, you better switch flavors if you ever wanna hit the majors. Get some rich neighbors, poaching MCs to end danger, cause face it, this was the banger. Yeah. And if you ain't noticing here, I'm thinking over this year. You hear? Yeah. And if you ain't noticing here, I'm thinking over this year. You hear? Yeah. And if you ain't noticing here, I'm thinking over this year. You hear? Yeah. You hear? I think you heard that.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.